start out.
Yeah. Awesome. How you guys doing? So the project that we worked on is a multi-currency asset manager. It also has the capability of tracking numerous different wallets within a currency. Currently, it is supporting Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Dogecoin. If you can think of Mint Financial Services, if you're familiar with that, that's kind of what we were shooting for.
So we actually did it on an Android app, so I don't know how
Really display that.
be kind of hard to display.
So what we were thinking, we kind of started at the beginning, i.e. users new to the platform. Our idea was there should be two ways to enter all of your addresses. One is kind of a bulk entry, because you have your giant list of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency addresses that you want to add all at once instead of copy and pasting 15 times or scanning a QR code. So we focused our energy on a bulk import first. So we have a web form that you go in and you just enter either a comma separated, or it would just interpret a list of addresses, however you paste them into the block. Click add, and then it spits back just a little code. And since it's they're all public addresses, you don't really have to worry about the security since there's nothing you can do. Then you just enter the little code in your app, and then you start your app up the first time, and it pre-populates.
And so to avoid that whole demo, we just added a bunch of addresses and hard-coded the API key in here. So as we started up, it's actually starting to populate addresses. I don't know, maybe we can pass this around or something.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to see. But as the addresses start populating, there's an icon on the side which shows, Dogecoin, Litecoin, or Bitcoin.
It tells you the address in between and then the total of the currency within that address. And then at the bottom, it actually tallies the entire USD as well.
And that's at the current rate. And then, so this refresh here refreshes these values as they change on the blockchain. And then you can actually click on an address here, and it'll show all the transactions that are on the blockchain for that address. And so this is actually loading on the blockchain. I think give it a few seconds. It'll show transaction ID, the time that the transaction took place, how many confirmations that transaction has, and the actual value that the transaction, how much currency was moved in there. That actually just popped up. You guys want to take a look at that too. Obviously, green is incoming transactions and red are outgoing transactions. Yep. Kind of in the future, we were looking at adding a feature through an API called shapeshift.io, and what it is it's a accountless currency exchange API. And so what we were thinking was, so you have your Doge address there, you can click on it to initiate an exchange. It gives you a Bitcoin address to send Bitcoin to, and automatically does the exchange.
It takes like a minute, yeah. Actually relogs.
So who's like the main? Who do you see as like the main user for your product?
So we're thinking, miners, people who maybe do high frequency trading among various currencies. Personally, I have 2 or 3 addresses in each currency that I keep track of. People don't want their public keys always associated with them, so maybe they change them every once in a while. So this is just kind of a way to condense all of the searching that you'd have to do with various addresses and various cryptocurrencies into one platform.
So do you see this as kind of like a dashboard kind of moving forward?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Someone could have, you're bringing in all information, maybe even an API with the cryptsies of the world and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, and down the road, we're looking to add in graphs and some more metrics like that, so you can, over all your different cryptocurrencies that you have, you can see pie charts of, where your assets really distributed among currencies, and just kind of some other graphs showing other metrics and stuff like that, but that's further planned down the road.
Any other questions?
So do you believe that the processing on like an Android device will be enough for miners in the future?
Absolutely. So this is actually, we aren't doing really much any processing on the actual device. We're using third-party APIs, and so everything's over JSON calls, and so all our processing isn't actually being done here; it's being done somewhere else. And so those calls can be optimized to make this a lot faster too.
What technology are you guys using?
So we're using chain.so, which is It's a blockchain query for Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Litecoin. And we wanted to hit multi-currency was really our goal, and so we wanted to use an API that supported multi-currency.
Cool. Did you wrap it all up into an APK and?
Yeah, so that's running on an APK. We wrote the Java wrappers for it, and then just imported them as jars and coded it. Yeah, it's just straight Android.